2, 3, and 4.
Hi everybody. In the next 3 episodes, we're going to talk about basic writing skills. Today is the first one in our series. We're going to find out how to write good sentences and to combine them together well. First of all, let me give you one very simple sentence. Please watch as I make the sentence richer. The sentence is, a pig ate. Now, a pig ate is a very simple but boring sentence. So let me add some more words to make it better. Pigs are usually dirty, so I'll add the word dirty before pig to get this sentence. A dirty pig ate. What else comes to mind when you think of pigs? Hungry? Funny? We can think of as many words to describe pigs as we want, and therefore we can make as many sentences as we want using different descriptive words. A hungry pig ate, or a funny pig ate are also possible. Now, I want to change the word ate. What other words can I use instead of ate? How about gobbled its food? Pigs are usually associated with eating a lot and very quickly. So the word gobble is a perfect verb for pigs. I then have a pig gobbled its food, or a dirty pig gobbled its food, or a hungry pig gobbled its food is also possible. Finally, why don't I tell you where and when this action is happening? This will make the basic sentence more understandable and lively so that you can understand it better. Pigs usually stay in the mud, and they eat all day. So let me add at the end of this sentence, in the mud all day. Then I have this sentence. A pig ate in the mud all day. Do you understand what I'm doing? You can make your sentences better just like I am by adding or changing some words so that your readers become more interested in your writing. Why don't we practice developing some basic sentences into interesting sentences? Let me give you 2 exercise example sentences. Just do as I did before. The first one is, our teacher spoke. And the second one is, many bees buzzed. Think about how we can enrich these 2 sentences. So how did it go? I think that everybody has different sentences, even though we began from the same sentence. Let me show you my improved sentences. The first one is simple. Our strict teacher spoke to me very quickly. And the second one is a bit more complex. Our enthusiastic teacher talked about her lesson in the classroom after lunch. How do you like them? Okay, now the second one was, right, many bees buzzed. Let me give you 2 enriched examples of this sentence. The first one is, many busy bees buzzed in my garden all morning. And the second one is, many small bees made noises to keep their enemy bees away from their hive. Okay, you guys are doing excellently. Now that you understand how to make your sentences richer, I want you to know how to make your writing rich. Even though you write good sentences, but simply list your sentences without joining them, or you join them in a very boring way, it could hurt your writing as a whole. First of all, let me read you a short text. Follow along with me. I dreamed last night. I went to a dinosaur museum in the dream. I met a dinosaur there. It looked scary at first. I ran away from it. I looked back a little later. The dinosaur was wagging its tail. It looked just like a dog. I threw a bone. It walked to catch the bone. It picked it up. It was very funny. I laughed like crazy. I woke up. The sun had already risen. How was it? Was it good? You can understand it, but the writing was just a group of choppy sentences, and there was no smooth flow between the sentences, was there? So now, let me give it smoother flow. Please notice how I do it. I dreamed last night. I went to a dinosaur museum in my dream where I met a dinosaur. It looked scary at first, so I ran away from it. When I looked back a little later, the dinosaur was wagging its tail. I threw a bone because it looked just like a dog. It walked to catch the bone and pick it up. It was so funny that I laughed like crazy. Then I woke up and saw the sun had already risen. How was it this time? It was more interesting, wasn't it? Good. I want to do just one more thing though. I'd like to add and change some words in this writing to make some of the sentences rich and better, just like I did with the earlier sentences today. Please notice how I improve some of the sentences. I dreamed a very funny dream last night. I went to a strange dinosaur museum in my dream where I met a huge dinosaur. It looked very scary at first, so I ran away from it. When I looked back a little later, the dinosaur was wagging its big tail while sitting on the floor. I threw a bone because it behaved just like a dog. Its huge feet thumped to catch the bone and pick it up. It was so funny that I laughed like crazy. Then I woke up and saw the sun had already risen. Okay, guys, it's a lot more interesting to read, isn't it? Then, how do we join the sentences well? Well, when I said the words join sentences, did you remember anything? What did I use to join the sentences in the previous writing? Right. I used some joining words like and, so, when, and because. There are many kinds of words you can use to combine sentences, but I can't list them all here. And it's not a good idea for you to memorize all the usages of all the joining words. I just want to talk about the basic usages of some basic words that you commonly use. To do that, why don't we just fill in some blanks with joining words? Let me give you a short text and some joining words. Think about what words best fits in each blank. The words you can use are or, and, but, after, so, when, because, and where. And let me give you the text. Please read along with me. A dog was carrying a piece of meat in his mouth. Blank, he reached a river. He had to cross it to go home. He crossed over the river on a low bridge. Blank, he looked down into the water. He saw his reflection. Blank, he didn't know it was his reflection. It looked like another dog with a piece of meat larger than his. Blank, the dog snapped at the other dog's meat. Blank, he did. His own meat dropped into the water. Now the dog didn't have any meat at all. He regretted what he had done. Blank, it was too late. How was it? Was it difficult to fill in the blanks? Let's check your answers together. Read along with me. Ready? Okay, here we go. A dog was carrying a piece of meat in his mouth. When he reached a river, he had to cross it to go home. He crossed over the river on a low bridge, and he looked down into the water. He saw his reflection, but he didn't know it was his reflection. It looked like another dog with a piece of meat larger than his. So the dog snapped at the other dog's meat. When he did, his own meat dropped into the water. Now the dog didn't have any meat at all. He regretted what he had done, but it was too late. Have you got them all? Very good. Okay, before I finish today, I want to ask you this question. What do you think you have to do to be a good writer? Well, the answer is read a lot of good books. If you read many books, you can automatically know what good sentences are and what good writing is like. You will have a rich pool in your mind at word and sentence level and even at the organizational level. It is ready to be used whenever it is needed. You will feel that your pen automatically moves whenever you write. Okay, guys, this is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.